On September 16, 2015, at 4:30 p.m., Shirley McCarthy, along with her boyfriend, Ricardo Knox, stopped at a Burger King located in Queens, New York. While at the restaurant, Ms. McCarthy began to feel ill and went to the bathroom. The bathroom door at that Burger King had an antiquated, cheap, old, outdated latch bolt lock that could only be accessed from somebody that's inside the bathroom. While in the bathroom, Shirley, who had gone there because she was feeling sick, her condition worsened. She had a seizure. She had a seizure-like episode and became incapacitated and fell to the floor. As a result, she was unable to get up to unlock the door. She began to cry for help, and she began to plead for help. At that time, her boyfriend, Ricardo Knox, ran to his car to try to get the door open, tried to get a crowbar and a hammer out of the trunk to get the door open. As he pulled on the doorknob broke off, and unfortunately, Ms. McCarthy was entombed inside that bathroom, and nobody could access her. Her pleas for help, her cries for help, had to go unanswered. Mr. Knox's attempts to get the door open failed because he just couldn't get the door open. It wouldn't open. Police came to the scene of the incident. Again, the problem was that the bolt could not be opened, and the police failed in getting the door open, so the fire department was called. Fire department came, and a bunch of heroic firemen got the door open with an axe. Now, it's reasonably foreseeable that somebody could get sick at a restaurant, and where are they going to go to? Well, the first place to go to is a bathroom. And it's also natural that they're going to lock the door behind them when they go into the bathroom. And that's what happened here, tragically. Ms. McCarthy locked the door because she was sick and ill and didn't want people to walk in on her. It's equally reasonably foreseeable that somebody who is sick in a bathroom at a restaurant can become so sick that they can become incapacitated. And that's what happened here. To equip a restaurant bathroom with a lock that cannot be opened from the outside, especially in an emergency situation like this, is stupid and at best grossly negligent. Is a tragedy waiting to happen. Here today, not just to announce the start of the wrongful death action on behalf of her family, we want to hold Burger King accountable. But more importantly, the family is here, along with the boyfriend, because they want to express their anguish at what happened, their frustration at what happened, and they want to make sure that this can never happen again. Doors, public bathroom doors, should not be equipped with locks that can only be accessed by people inside, because something like this can happen. Okay. Is there any questions?
What is the monetary value of this lawsuit that you plan to file?
Are you asking me what the monetary value of this woman's life is? I'm going to leave that to the good. No. I'm going to leave that to a jury of her peers of the state of New York to decide what her life was worth.
When do you plan to get this in front of a judge? I know you haven't filed yet, but what's the time frame that you have in mind?
When you say get in front of a judge, I'm sorry, I'm not being. What are you saying? It doesn't go before a judge; it goes before a jury.
Okay, jury. When? When does it go to court?
It depends upon the time constraints of the courts of New York. Usually, it takes about 2.5 to 3 years to get to court for a trial.
Have you been to that Burger King at all? And seen the...
Our investigator has been there, yes.
Has that lock been replaced? Do you notice a difference? Because the door was obviously broken.
The lock has been replaced.
With a more updated...
With a more updated lock, absolutely.
Is this the only case you know of someone having to break into that bathroom because of the lock?
That Burger King, as far as other lawsuits against Burger King for the same type of action, we have not discovered any lawsuits yet. But it's very early on. And through discovery, what we call discovery, which is a process during litigation, we'll find out whether or not there's been other lawsuits. Any other questions? Any questions for the family?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Are you going to be speaking up? Is there a family
Well,
member?
can I, Montage, Kramer, would you like to speak first? Okay. Yeah.
If you could say your name for us, please.
My name is Johnny McCarthy.
And can you spell it too, please?
JohnNNIEMCCARTHY.
And you're the son?
Yes,
and how old are you, Johnny?
I'm 26 years old.
So it's been several months, obviously a very difficult time for you. Explain what your family's going through.
Going through a lot. We lost a parent, a mother. She was very nice and very kind. I love the mother that we're never going to see again. And hurts bad.
Did you see her that day?
No.
When you heard what happened, this is such an outrage. It's hard to even comprehend. What did you think when you got the call, you found out what happened to her?
My heart dropped. There was a lot of anger. Felt very mad. So I rushed to the hospital that she was in to be by her side, to see her condition and stuff.
What do you have to say to Burger King and the worker who was there that day?
It was like very outrageous. Like I felt like they should have had an extra key to try and get in the bathroom. Like some type of extra support for her to be there. And they didn't, so it really hit my heart. Like I don't feel like, to me, ever since that happened, I don't feel like restaurants are safe. After that, I feel like they should have an extra, like more protection towards the bathroom policy of a restaurant, of a Burger King.
And you certainly don't want this happening to another customer.
No, man. Like, I lost a mother, I don't want it to happen to anybody else because it's very painful. It's something that we got there for the rest of our life. It hurts.
What do you want people to remember about her?
She was beautiful, kind, raised me right, well. She was a strong woman, a very happy mother. That's it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Any other questions? This is actually Ricardo, who was there that day with her. Boyfriend.
First, I'd like to thank the fire department, the two guys that came in and opened the door, and the one guy that jumped down on the floor and tried to resuscitate her and worked on her until the EMS came. It's very hard that that you could hear somebody on the floor in the bathroom and you can't get to the person because the door is locked from the inside. I tried my best to open that door and I couldn't get to it. And I really think they need a different type of policy or construction of the bathrooms in these restaurants. So when there is emergency in these bathrooms, people can get to their loved ones in time. Because if I would have got to the door when I heard her and I opened the door, she would have been standing here today. I couldn't open the door. I felt helpless, and I really don't want this to happen to anybody else. Shirley didn't deserve to die in that bathroom. She wanted to live like everybody else. God bless her soul. I just hope this doesn't happen to nobody else. But I thank everybody that helped me that day. And that's all I got to say. Burger King administration, please look at your bathrooms. Please look at the construction of your bathroom, because everybody that goes in them might get sick and fall out, and nobody else can get inside to help them. It's wrong, and you need to change the construction of your bathrooms. And that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank
If I
you.
could just ask, I have one question, a few questions actually. So you were with her.
Yes.
She went to the restroom and a few minutes passed and you heard her. She was.
No, she didn't pass when she was in, no.
No, a few moments had passed
Okay.
since she had been in the restroom and you heard her
Crying for help.
crying for help and there was nothing you could do. You tried opening the.
I tried open the handle. I pulled the handle broke off in my hand. I looked at the matron. The matron told me that there was another lock on the inside. The manager came out. She was calling for 911. I ran out to my car to see if I had a crowbar. My car is not equipped with the regular old-time crowbar where you could stick it through the door and pop the door open. It was a round crowbar, and I had a hammer, and I couldn't even hammer the thing into the door to pop it. So I looked around. I asked another person that was sitting there to help me pull the bottom of the door. Maybe me and him could have pulled the bottom of the door to open the door. He tried it for a second, then he sat back down. He didn't want to get involved. So I ran back outside again to see if I had anything else. By that time, PD and everybody showed up at the location.
What did the manager say? You went and asked the manager for help?
The manager, no, there was a matron walking around cleaning tables, and she told me that it was a lock on the inside.
Did someone in the establishment tell you they were too busy?
No. There was another guy eating a hamburger on the side, and I asked him, could he help me put his hand under the door to pull it? Maybe me and him could have pulled the door to bust the lock from the top, but he didn't want to get involved, so he sat back down and ate his hamburger.
And did the manager have a key to the
No,
restaurant?
nobody had a key.
So you asked the manager?
I asked the matron that was walking around cleaning the tables.
But nobody in the whole establishment?
Nobody in the establishment had a key to that door.
Just to, again, remind you, even if there was a key, it didn't matter because the bolt lock was locked. So a key would not have opened that door anyway.
Because from what the press release says, the manager was not able to find a key.
The manager, whether he found the key or not, it would not have mattered.
Okay, I'm just trying to verify what was said in the press release versus your account so that we're accurate. you were there and you did everything you could.
I tried to do everything I could. I was helpless, and I felt helpless because I didn't get no help from nobody. I asked around the restaurant, can somebody help me do this? And everybody just went on about their business. So I ran back and forth to my car to see if I could pop the door, and I had to wait till the fire department come to bust the door down.
I mean, I can't imagine how difficult it must be, but could you just talk about, like, I mean, what was going on in your head between trying to get the door open and the fire department coming? I mean, what was, like, the panic like?
Well, when you hear somebody calling for help, and it's your loved one, you want to try your best to help them. I did what I could do, and I tried to get help from people in the restaurant, and nobody had a crowbar, and so I had to do the best I can before help came. I knew it was going to take some time for them to come, so I tried to see what I had in my car that could pop the door open. So.
This had to have been so difficult to be there that day, and you've been now dealing with this for several months. Explain what you've been going through.
Well, when it happened, I couldn't eat, sleep, and I still can't. I wake up every morning and it feels like I'm in a dream. Like this is not really happening to me, and it's a shame that she had to die. She didn't have to die. If they had a mechanism or a key that one of the matrons could open that door right away. As soon as I heard her say help, she could have came with a key, opened the door, and I would have got her out of there or got her up.
And police were first to arrive?
Yes.
And then they called the fire department, or did?
No, the fire department was on their way.
What did the doctors tell you at the hospital? Were you there?
Yes, I was.
And what'd they say?
That she has once we got there, she had no function in her brain, so it didn't look good.
Did she have a pre-existing medical condition? Anything like that?
Well, she had problems in the past, but the big problem was that door. If I would have gotten that door, she would have been standing here today.
All right, I think it's enough.
Can we
Okay,
just get his,
thank you.
Can we just get his full name and the
Sure,
spelling?
sure.
Ricardo Knox, Knox. Thank you.
All right, any other questions?
Ricardo, could I just get your age?
I'm 62.
Green would like to say something.
Hello, my name is Kareem McCarthy. I'm my oldest son. This is very hard. This is very hard. Anytime you lose a mother, it's hard. Someone you talk to every day, someone that you love so much, someone you're very close to. I talked to my mother the day before this happened. She was so happy. She was very happy. Things was going great. We all was happy. Family, the brothers, everybody. Then a moment just happened. Quick in a second, she's gone. Just gone. I'm standing here because I'm still in shock. Sometimes I lay down in bed, I call my mother phone up just to hear her voice now. Just to hear her voice. It hurt me every day. So I'm here because of my mother
feel that you shouldn't go by lashes in bathrooms. No restaurants, no shouldn't have lashes when you can actually lock yourself in. When you can't get yourself out. This is not right. This happened to anybody. A pregnant person can have a baby and she can't get herself out. Anything can happen. They should have something where someone can open the door and let the person out. Doesn't matter if the person screams for help, she can't get no assistance. No assistance. So put yourself in our shoes. Understand the pain everything you want. It's hard to stand up here in front of cameras and even talk. It's painful. It just hurts. It's my mother. It's not my cousins. All right, it's my mother.
How do you move forward after something like this?
Because my mother would want me to move forward. You understand? Something that my mother wanted.
She would want you to fight to prevent something like this from
She wanted me
happening.
to fight for her and stand for her right now. That's why I contacted Mr. Michael, because it was wrong.
Anything else, guys? Just make sure he says, or see if she just wants to say something, okay?
All right. Thank you.
I mean, the point he brings up is really true. What happens if there's a fire? You know, what happens if somebody is giving birth and they can't get to that lock? It's just, you know, it just, to me, it's stupid. This woman arrived at the hospital, you know, she was brain dead and languished on for 3 weeks while his family had to endure it, knowing that she could have been saved. EMS was unable to access her, to get to her, because, again, she was in a tomb-like bathroom where they couldn't get to her. There's no reason for a latch like that to be affixed to a public bathroom. You should always have access in a case of emergency to get into that bathroom in case somebody who's sick or hurt or injured or incapacitated can't get to the door, can't get to the latch.
So would you call the locks on this door antiquated?
Antiquated. No, she can't. Okay. Sorry, guys.
How many children?
She has 4 boys.
And the one thing that we would like, if you feel comfortable, is there a picture that?
We're going to provide you with a picture.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you.
Everybody good? Okay? All right. I just got to go to my office. Why don't you take